What's up? Liz Wilcox here. You're listening to episode 133 of the Email Sound Booth podcast. How much is too much launching? Well, let's just get into it. First and foremost, it really depends. It depends on how much you're growing your email list. I know. This podcast has 133 episodes, and at least a dozen of them are on email list building, but that's how important it is. And it comes down to launching, right? You have to launch. You want to sell your products, and you can't do that if you're not growing your email list. So, first and foremost, the answer really depends on whether or not you are growing that list. I didn't realize I paused it to take a swig of water, and now I'm back. So sorry for that awkward pause. I didn't realize it started again. Anyway, really depends on how much you're growing the list, right? And then recognizing that there are different types of launches out there. And I first heard Tarzan Kay of TarzanKay.com. She does email marketing as well. But I just love I'm going to steal this because I just love the way she teaches this. And I haven't heard or been able to come up with a better way of talking about it. So she talks about ABC launches, right? And right off the bat, you probably can picture what an ABC or A, B, or C type launch is. So the A launch is probably what this person, when they ask me how much is too much launching, probably what they thought of. We are doing all the things. We're sending all the emails. Maybe we're running ads. We're posting on social media. We're going, right? Launch. It's what you think of when you think of like Stu McLaren launching his membership. It used to be called Tribe, and thank God he changed the name. I don't know what it's called now, but he launches that. Amy Porterfield launches her, Digital Course Academy, etc. That's what you think of A launches, but you can still host an A launch. You don't need a million cajillion dollars to run ads and 5,000 affiliates to have an A launch. An A launch is just that. It's that A plus effort. You're putting all your energy into it and pulling all the levers that you can pull. A B launch is something smaller, right? Maybe you're not posting as much on social. Maybe you're sending 5 emails over 4 days instead of 10 emails over 5 days, right? A B launch is similar to an A launch, but a slightly smaller version. And then the C launch, obviously, is the smallest of the launch, right? It's a flash sale. It's a couple days of, hey, get this, right? So when you think about it that way, you got A, B, and C launches. Wow. That means you can launch a freaking lot. So if you're watching on watchliz.com, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see my calendar behind me. The green are big A launches. Let me move this so you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big launches in a calendar year. Now that might seem like a lot. And it is for, I wouldn't start out with 5 A launches, right? So my 5 launches in 2025 are my 3 annual pass. And again, if you don't know what the annual pass is, there's an episode from like November 2024 that explains it. But that's basically my big launch. And those I do March, July, November. So those are my 3, all out A launches. But this year I'm adding 2 more, and those are summits. I'm launching summits, so it's not like I'm launching a product. I'm selling something each time, but that's an event more than a launch, right? But it's still an A launch where I'm putting all the effort, all the emails, all the topic, conversations are around that one thing. So that's 5 times. I recommend to start at least twice a year, launch twice a year, right? That big A launch. Now, B launches are something similar, but maybe not. We're not spending so much time beforehand leading up to the launch, right? For example, this week, at the time of this recording, I'm doing a JV webinar, joint venture webinar with a lady named Nina. She does SEO, and this is an affiliate thing, right? So she's going to come in, do a masterclass or webinar, whatever they're called nowadays, right? What's the difference? I don't know. And then at the end, she's probably going to pitch a product. So we're doing a B launch. I'm doing 3 emails over the course of 5 days to get people on that webinar. And then she's going to sell them on the back end, right? Sell her course, I think it is, which I'm really excited about. I've been wanting to get Nina in. This is a side note. I've been wanting to get Nina in forever. And finally, like, it was supposed to be in August, and then we were going to have to push it to October. And I was like, why don't we just do it right freaking now? So it's a B launch, right? It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. I haven't been talking about SEO, which is her topic, for a month, but I am putting effort in. I'm going to be posting on social about it. 3 emails over 5 days. Actually, I think it's 3 emails over 4 days. Anyway, then you have a C launch. Now, a C launch is something like a flash sale, right? So this is usually I do some kind of flash sale in September where it's like, hey, it's September, just 20% off all my products. I don't do any pre-planning, any prep. I don't prep the email list. I just do that. And I usually only do a flash sale like that once a year because I don't want my audience to think there's flash sales all the time, right? But C launches can also be affiliate stuff. Technically last week I sent 1 email about Cheryl Rarick's deliverability unboxed. That is a mouthful. And I made $3,600. That's effing crazy. So technically that could be considered a C launch. So how much is too much launching? Baby, I say it with love. Always be launching. Always be selling. Always be shipping. But you can't have too many A launches because there's only so much time in the freaking calendar. There's only so many new people, right? I do those 3 annual pass launches. That's 1 every 4 months because it takes me about, I've got 3 months to build the list from the last time, 1 month to build up the excitement to that list, and then a week to launch, right? So I can't be doing that every single month, right? There's just not enough churn. There's not enough new people coming in. But I can always be selling, and I do always be selling. Let's put that on a mug. So how much is too much launching? Well, number 1, always be growing your list so you have that churn. You have those new people to sell to. People don't buy when you sell to them. They buy when they're ready. So always be growing the email list so you always have people at different ready stages, and then do your ABC launches so you can always be selling. All right, sending you love. If you need help, if you need flash sale templates, if you need launch templates, if you need one-off sales email templates, if you want to launch to a list that is ready, if you want to grow your list, join email marketing membership is $9 freaking a month. That is it. Haven't raised the price in over 4 years. Don't plan on raising the price, but you should still get in because you need to sell. You need to get this email list monetized, baby. All right, that's my pitch in the show notes. Check it out. As always, I'm Liz Wilcox. You are amazing, and you are going to sell as much as you want to sell. I can feel it. I'll see you on the next episode. If I knew how to... Oh, there's the finish button. Bye.